The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Digitalk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
We President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Digitalk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Digitalk.
The world is at a critical moment of providing innovative alternatives as a means to create change.
As such, we have created a not-for-profit alternative mobile digital platform as a way to promote space for freedom of speech and expression to the unheard voices.
We know you believe in the cause and you can further it more by contributing to its sustainability in forms of internet data, fuel, and any other support you deem relevant.
Please support us with your contribution to Equity Bank account number 103-5201-607252 under the name Alternative Digital, or our mobile money numbers 0702 900076 or 0783 047785. Alternative Digital, real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Digital. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Digital. Digital, the way to go.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Digitalk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
We President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 oyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Digitalk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Digtalk.
Dakika tano zakaita kusawa emwe eyo kumacha. A very very warm welcome to the Mighty Drive show. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga and this is the Alternative Digtalk. It's the 12th day of April 2021. Yes, omwezi guguno nago genda gwangwa mwaka gwagwe unye naku zino guduka budusi. It's already a quarter of the year passed into it. Soon we are going to be entering the half mark of the year. What have you done for yourselves? That is a question that you have to ask yourself, and it is always better to have a self-reflection. Wetu nulemu olabeng olugendo lo watandise olutuse wabichibe waka achieving. What are some of the weaknesses? What are some of the failures? Because at the end of the day utakola a self-reflection oba olimukweza nyirako bweza nyizi. Mauli emanja gade gatambula mu gwanga Uganda agasinga okubeera agabungesibwa mu nsi yonna wano gali saddening. Bintu bingi bantu bangi aba fudde mu weekend ye yayise ndoza ku Lwomukaaga amawulire agabuutikira ensi yonna age mawulire aga Prince Philip ono yebbawa Queen Elizabeth yawummula musajja wattu ku myaka 99 ku lunaku Lwomukaaga ensi ya losing the Prince of the Duke of Edinburgh omwami Prince Philip yafudde ku myaka 99 yafiridde mu kuwumulako okuba mu kwebaka yafiridde. Unfortunately ekyo kyekyabaddewo ne mawulire amalala mu lunaku lwennyini ku Lwomukaaga twalaba American rapper bamuyita DMX. DMX ono abadde one talented but troubled artist. American rapper ayimbidde endoza emyaka egiwera myaka giyingira emyaka nga 3. He has been a hood rapper for the United States for a couple of years right now. So unfortunately omwami DMX naye yawummula ku lunaku olw'omukaaga bafumulya kumu ne Prince Philip. DMX afiridde ku myaka 50 ate ono Prince Philip ye yafiridde ku myaka 99. The world is mourning together with Britain and America in this sad time indeed. Mawulire amalala bingi ebibadde bigenda maaso mu byemizannyo bya Uganda. Ndoza mujjukira abazambi bagenda Uganda bagenda basamba CHAN etabayisa bulungi kuba bakubibwa ate tebava na mu kibinja Rwanda yagwa amalini abo then ne Sierra Leone netukuba omupiira. So mu CHAN qualification omwami Moses Magogo yavayo n'agamba mbuno blame agiwadde aba sportsmen oba abasambi b'omupiira ng'agamba players tebakola kimala nga bakola guno omulimu gwabwe gw'okusambira Uganda Cranes omupiira. N'agamba era because they played shitty football ngenda kwogeza ekigambo kyakosa used the word shitty. Yagamba because the players played shitty football they do not deserve any money or any payment for those Uganda Cranes players. Naye abantu bangi bavuddeyo omuli ba ex-internationals omuli ba administrators n'abasajja babadde ku mupiira ogwo ne ba Uganda Cranes players bennyini ne bavayo ne bagamba tosobola kubanga blame yonna ogisuula ku players. Naye who the first point who calls these players okujja ku national team? Ekyo kyekibuuzo ndoza omwami Moses Magogo ne technical team ye bayita bana abasambi beyayisa ab'ekibogwe. So nze ndaba ng'eyetunuzaamu omuddumu. Ate there is something about the sports industry of Uganda nti there is a way they personalize success and they generalize failure. Uganda Cranes oyita munegenda mu AFCON na Magogo aba akoze nnyo naye CHAN we bakubye ne batava mu kibinja awo Moses Magogo aba yakoze naye abasambi bati bakoze. So that is something, it's a challenge that I pose to Mr. Moses Magogo and to the entire sports fraternity. You cannot just trash players like that no bagamba they did nothing and yet there's something they have done for themselves. Nga tuvuddeko awo ndooza abasiraamu bagenda kuba batandika ekisibo kya bulunaku lw'enkya kya declaringidwa nti jjo tebalabe the crescent moon. So tomorrow the 13th of April 2021 we bagenda okuba nga batandika ekisibo kyabwe. So tubeerewo awo nga abasiraamu bonna tujja kusiibulukanga ffenna. So ekyo nakyo tukyesunge tukimanye mbuno abasiraamu bagenda kuba batandika okusiba olunaku olw'enkya swawumu wetandika. Era nga tukyali mu byemizannyo, omwami Hassan Waswa ono Mawanda yazannyira eggwanga lya Uganda okuva ndoza mwaka 2007-2008 awo ya retiring. He hanged up his boots after 13 years of a prosperous career. He has been one gentleman who has played in the Uganda Cranes for a long time now. I think he's only seniored by I think Dennis Masinde Onyango ku timu eriwo sawa zino. Omuntu asinga Hassan Waswa Mawanda experience ayina kuba Dennis Masinde Onyango yeka. Ne Hassan Mawanda has done it all. From 2007 he has been on the national team of the Uganda Cranes. Asambideko mu mawanga mangi mutake yo mu 20 na mawanga mangi nyo naye era tekimulobedde kuzamba mupiira ne ku Uganda Cranes. Ekiri unique about Hassan Waswa nti bali bamuyita ne we yalinga ataina club jasambira mupiira naye nga national team yo yagifuula club. So this gentleman at 33 years he hanged up his boots n'agamba omanyi awanyo weewaawo wennyini siddamu kusambira Uganda Cranes mu mupiira emyaka 13 gye mbawadde gibamala. Hassan Mawanda Waswa weebale nnyo omupiira gw'otusambire. Musajja yazannyako mu makati, yazannye mu center back, abadde nga technical guy wa Micho mu times eyo Micho yali atu coaching ya mu AFCON zebbiri zonna zitwasamba omwami ono yaliyo era yasamba ne World Cup qualifiers nyingi zasambe. One can say that he has really won it all for himself. Edakika 11 ezakayita kusaawa emu muzikirize malize ne stories ndoza nga 2-3. Omwami Joseph Chiwanuka bali ku ddembe libamu appointinze nga executive director wa Centenary Bank. Jukiro no omwami wano wenyini yatandikira banking career ye mu mpola na rising through the hierarchies, and he's now the executive director of one of the biggest banks in Uganda, and I think one of the Catholic Church banks at that. Centenary Bank, omwami bali ku ddembe Chiwanuka Joseph is the new managing director w'ekitongole kino. Centenary Bank employs a lot of people, and it is one of the banks that domestic banks that have been welcomed by many Ugandans at that. Mu mawulire amalala omwami Road Mayor Elias Lukwago bambi yaddukisiddwa natwalibwa mu Nairobi eyo ndoza ali ku Aga Khan Hospital era yafunye complications olunaku ndoza lwali bali mu mulumbero omwami Dr. Cyprian Kizitolwanga ono Lukwago teyalumalaako bagamba yafuna attack, so he was rushed to Aga Khan Hospital in Nairobi okufuna obujjanjabi. Bambi bannayuganda nsaba tumusabireko Mukama amusuusa asobole okumuyamba awone adde ku magulu gwakola emirimu gye nga the Lord Mayor ow'eggwanga lino erya Uganda. Ndooza go gegade agamu ku mawulire agade gatambula okujjako nga sineerabira President Samia Suluhu omukyala wa Tanzania yazze mu Uganda olunaku lw'eggulo na meeting President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Ndooza omwami Sam Kutesa yamukimye ku airport yawo nga bagenda ku signing endagaano ba agreement eya East African Crude Oil Pipeline EOCOP we bagiyita project eno egenda kubanga egenda kulaba the longest pipeline that will transport fuel from Uganda to Tanga in Tanzania. This particular pipeline has to be heated. Egenda kubanga juke amafuta Uganda gaina agali a bit galinga jelly galinga bizigo, so agajja kuba getaga kuga heating okuva mu Uganda paka mu Tanzania. It's going to be one of the longest pipelines that that transports crude oil in Uganda. So nakuleggulo President Samia Suluhu yazze ne bateeka omukono ku ndagaano eno ne President Museveni. Ndooza anytime from now production of oil is going to be starting. Naye nze nagawulira abantu nga bagabungeesa mu Uganda nti already amafuta badde waga exporting, so it is just going to be the icing on the cake. Naye nga already kibadde kitambula, naye nga wetwogerera nga yo bamaze okugisigninga treaty eno egenda kubanga eyamba okukulaakulanya Uganda and if East Africa it brings a common connection between Tanzania and Uganda, strong connections right there. So that is a +1 for Uganda and Tanzania and East Africa and Africa at large after the commencement of the pipeline project was signed off and signaled off by the two heads of state, President Samia Suluhu from Tanzania and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for Uganda. Just 13 minutes past 7 a.m. I think it's time we go for a short commercial break. But surprisingly, before we go for a short commercial break, Man City yakubidwa team ya Leeds olunaku lw'eggulo zade goals 2-1 ekyewuunyisa because because Man City babadde beba champion beba top table leaders babadde basinga points 14 nga basinga team ene ya Manchester United naye ndozo lunaku lweggulo baba kuyate Manchester United nelaga remarkable comeback yaze ne kuba Tottenham yadde from 1 goal down to 3 goals to 1 so Manchester United yalaze omutindo ne Manchester City yo omutindo yaze gwa kibogwe kati wetogeranga Manchester City singa Manchester United points ziri 11 naye Man U China ye goal yayo so we very one good day that means baba bajja kubanga bamusinga points munana that means Man City should really take care because oba kuba empira emirala ebiri Atumanya kisobola kubeera omanyi teams nyingi esudde ekikopo mu times wekito era ne mu El Clasico Real Madrid yaze ne kuwa team ya Barcelona kujuka El Clasico gwe mpira okusinga okuba celebrated in the world the El Clasico between Real Madrid and Barcelona team ya Real Madrid yaze ne kuwa Barcelona ewayo I think mu Camp Nou goals abadde 2 kwemu omwami Karim Mustafa Benzema yakubye goal awo n'omwami omulala wa Bathwaite wa Barcelona then I think bafunye neyo kubiri awo Toni Kroos yes yakubye goals ezo kubanga basiringa win yawe eri team eno ya Real Madrid that means Real Madrid tops the table at 66 points next in line as Atletico Madrid abali yet to play another game okubanga bagenda ku 69 points right there La Liga ekintu kikyakwase Premier League Man City kyakitwala naye bagikuyona ku ggulo mu PSG yo ndoza mu France PSG kyakulembedde era omupira wegutu no mu Uganda njabaleti yandoza olunaku lwokusatu awo nja kubaleti ya results zitambula mu Uganda Premier League naye nga Vipers akyali wagulu akyali mu kweriisa nkuuli alaga nti no tebamusobola ne Express naye alese competition ne KCC yatatandika bulungi webityo webitambula mu ggwanga lino erya Uganda ndoza kamalirize neyo story wadde nkyalina stories nyingi otunatufunyeyo ku budde awo maaso nasobola okubizibagamba omuli eya Edit Mwino okugamba mbuno internet is a luxury for Ugandans that Ugandans can live without. I wonder how people think in this country. This gentleman yagambye mu internet is just a luxury. Yachise luxury. Naye nga kirabika yeetagamu a bit of education okumanya nti you know internet is not just a luxury. Internet is the new oil right now. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we have a lawyer in studio, Counsel Eliakim Atumanya agenda kubeera wano nange ne Farida nga twogera ku things about land and how to get a land title, everything, fraudulent activities around land, evictions and all that. It's going to be at the Mighty Drive today. We have Counsel Eliakim Atumanya. He's going to be seated here with me and Farida as we dissect on the land issues affecting Uganda. This is the Mighty Drive. Let's go for a short commercial break. My name is Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Good morning.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Dig Talk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 weyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the alternative digitalk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugende mu maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop, and smart TVs. As we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Digtalk.
The Alternative Digtalk. Real issues, real talk.
The Alternative Digtalk, real issues, real talk. Olunaku lwa Monday, ennaku z'omwezi ziri 12 omwezi gwa April oba ogwokuna omwaka 2021. Osuzeyo otya mukwano atukereddeko ku mpewo zaffe za The Alternative Digtalk. Farida Bikobere is my name. Nkoze ne Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. He said he is single. My female viewers muli oba mulinze ekisiraba bu message. You are handsome brother. Njagala ofuna mubezi atandika okugwa emirimu agiwewuleko agolole akole akuyambe yambeko naye nga te mukwano atukereddeko. We are live on Facebook. Once mu comment section tekamu ekibuuzo kyo ngenda kubanga ate nkisoma. The Alternative Uganda is our Facebook page, and on YouTube we are The Alternative Uganda, and even on Twitter we are The Alternative Uganda. Today we have a counsel in the studios. Is an advocate, counsel Eliakim Atumanya. Tugenda kubanga ate twogera nsonga za ttaka, land issues. How do you acquire land? Ownership of land in Uganda, the procedures you go through to acquire land. Are you even planning to get land? Do you even know which procedures? How do you identify a fake land title? byonna waneeno ku programu yaffe ya Mighty Drive. We had omulange n'akibinge ng'ayogera ku nsonga z'ettaka. Twali mu Luganda nnyo ng'ate tufuna perspective eri eya bya kyapa z'ettaka nalisikira kuva ku wajjajja wange natugamba kyapa mu ngalo oba okiyina mukwano olina kifu kusinziira kusinziira ku perspective ye. Leero tugenda kufuna legal perspective of how to own land, the fraudulent kubanga land grabbing esose mu Uganda. Twagala tumanye what is causing it. Ensonga nti tuli an agricultural country, ensonga nti abantu babbanye ettaka. All those and many more in our Mighty Drive show mukwano togisubwa. Go to Facebook. We are The Alternative Uganda. Like the page and follow us. Ogenda kubanga ate otufuna bulungi nnyo wansi mu comment section. Type your question. I will be reading it and the guest will be answering it. Counsel at Eliakim Atumanya. He is the guest of the day. We are going to be talking Mateka taka naye mu legal perspective. So mukwano tewandyetaze kusoba. Edgar Mathew Karuhanga, very good morning.
Good morning, Farida Bikobere. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. There is what I like about you is that nzija no muliro mungi na yuko with that gentle way and hello, welcome, hey. So there is a way to help us blend. Thank you for coming today, and you look smart, by the way. Yeah, in that yellow, though many people don't like yellow in this country, but that will be a topic of next time. Allow me welcome Counsel Eliakim Atumanya. He is a lawyer by profession, and he's here with me in studio. As Farida wabagambe tugenda kwa tuogera ku nsonga za ttaka. I don't know which language he's okay with. Can we use English, Luganda? You will do a blending. Mr. Atumanya, welcome to the Mighty Drive. It's an honor to have you today.
Thank you.
Okay. So, is it okay if you can just say hi to the viewers? Yeah, you can just say hi to the viewers.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our dear viewers. My name is Eliakim Atumanya. Good morning, Farida. Good morning, Edgar. Good morning, the crew.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for hosting me to discuss issues related to land.
All right. Before we delve into land, we just want to know more about Mr. Atumanya that we have in studios today. There might be someone out there who doesn't know you, and do you mind telling us who is Counsel Eliakim Atumanya?
Thank you. I don't mind. My name is Eliakim Atumanya. I studied law.
Okay.
And I was in police as a legal officer, Uganda Police, Land Protection Unit.
Okay.
I resigned, joined politics. Now I'm into private practice.
Hey, politics. Yeah. First, tell us about your. But you rushed us so much. We want to know your background because in this show we believe your story. Yeah.
School, and then the journey in police. Why did you? But let's first begin with the childhood.
I hope that will not consume much of our
it's okay, we have 2 hours on our disposal. Because we believe that your story can change somebody who's watching you right now. You never know what they can learn from you. So just tell us who Atumanya is, how did he become the man he is today? What is your story?
Thank you. Thank you, Edgar. I was born in 1985 in Ntungamo district. My constituency is Kajara County, that's in Ntungamo district. My dad, my mom, I'm the son of Reverend Canon Charles Capson and Ed Capson.
Okay.
So I'm from that setting of clergy. So I studied from Montiera High School, O level. It's in Ntungamo district. Then I went to Ntale School for high school.
Only 2 or 3 people from Montiera. Aaron Kiza and
now Aaron Kiza, yes, she's my friend. Then from there I went to Ntale School for A level.
From Ntale, the same that Museveni went to. So he's your OB.
My OB.
That means you're swimming in money by affiliation.
Then from Ntale School I went to Uganda Christian University Mukono. That's where I did my bachelor's degree in law. Then I joined police immediately after I joined police. That was in 2010.
Before you go there, why did you study law in all courses? Why not any other? Why law? Why not education? Why not journalism?
Thank you. I think to administering justice and also to be able to sensitize people, educate people, because there are so many injustices in our community. So and most of them it's because people are not well sensitized. They don't know their rights. They don't know the laws that govern them. So I think I felt it wise to study laws, inspired by that, to sensitize people, teach people their rights and laws that govern them. That's why I studied law. Then from there I joined police.
Why you joined police as well?
It's still the same thing. Justice and you sensitize people because there are so many injustices in community, as I've said, and it's because people don't know their rights. People don't know laws that govern them. People don't know where to go if they are faced with different challenges. So if we have people that will sensitize them, let people know their rights, then it will help them. And also if you're put in certain positions and you choose to do the right thing, people will get to know what to do and how they can benefit from your service. So that's why I joined Uganda Police. Then resigning and joining politics. That's why
how was that? Yali experience yokubera mu police
Munji. It's good. Like I think like any other institution that you go into, it has its challenges and good things in there. So
what can you say? Police. How long did you were in the Uganda Police Force?
14 years. 14 years because I joined in 2010, immediately after university. So I've worked as a legal officer, legal and human rights officer. Then
2010 up to 11. Okay, so the journey was worthwhile in police?
Yes, it was, because I got exposure and get to know different things and also get to know people's challenges, because people run to you and they have different issues. People have challenges, but all they need is to speak to them, listen to their issues and give them solutions. Because when you're a police officer, you're in position to Care about people who come with different issues. Just guide them on day-to-day activities, their challenges. You listen to their, because you see, everyone who gets a problem, much as people tend to think or say that there's bad perspective or public image of police, but still, if you get a challenge here, if you get an issue here, we'll just run to police. We'll look for the nearest. We'll look for the nearest police station. And I think when you reach to a police officer as an individual and you explain to him, they will understand you. Most of them, not some of them. Most of them will understand. Yeah, most of them will understand.
So, what triggered your decision to leave police and then join politics?
See, the same thing, serve the communities, because I realized in police, I was not serving my community where I come from. So, you know, when you're in police, you go into different, you're different, So I worked in Gulu, I worked in Kawempe, land protection here in Kampala. So I was not working in my community. Because when I go back,
you would resign from police, go back to your legal profession, and then maybe set your offices in your community and then serve your community. Why was it specifically politics? Weren't you looking for money like the politicians?
Not really that. Not really looking for money. I think mine was to reach out to communities. Because when I went to my constituency, I was hearing from different questions. As people ask you, where did you go? You after school, you just disappeared and went, and you not come to us. So you will not understand that you're in police, you're serving, but not in your community. So it's when I resigned, said, let me go back to my community and get to know their challenges, see how I can help them.
Before we go into your political journey, I want you to clarify or throw more light on the resignation from police, the procedures. Are there specific years that you have to serve before you resign from police?
For resignation, I think you can resign, but I think you ought to have served for some time. So if your record is clean and you show cause why you want to resign, and it's genuine, I think mine was a genuine cause, because I said I want to resign and join, and it was that clear. My application, resign, I want to participate in parliamentary elections in my constituency. And they gave me a response. They responded and
toss you around.
Not really, honestly not. And everyone was shocked. How did I just put in my application?
We were arguing over the weekend with my ED.
About
man is a policeman. So no, I'm like, no, Aaron told him he cannot stand. He's in police.
Yeah, no, I resigned from police. I put in my resignation. They gave me feedback. I left police just like that. And that's how I even joined, because as I told you, we wanted to join. So the advert in the newspaper, I put in my application. I know it's by God's grace, maybe if I can put it that way, because I believe in God, so I usually pray about certain things, and yeah.
Okay, so the journey of politics, how do you enter? Which positions, which political party were you affiliated to?
I was an independent candidate, because as I said, I usually want to be objective on the things that I do, so I don't want to be inclined into a particular party, and yeah, of course, now also being an independent candidate comes with its own challenges. Yeah, but I have no regrets. It was worth it. I was the second. I was the first run-up. So
where did you run for? Which position did you even run for?
Member of Parliament.
Oh, where?
Kajara. Yeah, that is in Ntungamo district.
Ntungamo district. I think that's where M7 comes from, not so?
Yeah,
Ntungamo, yeah. Yes. Okay, so you were runners up.
Yeah, first
runners up.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Are there some lessons you learned?
Yeah, so I learned a lot of things, because as we say, when you go into people, because I got an opportunity to get to know people, reach to those communities deep, and people have issues which are unsolved, and I think the only thing they need is someone to talk to, someone to listen to them and find a solution. Like, for example, you reach in a community and you find people have the boreholes which are not functioning. Those you call them what? The springs, yeah. And they tell you a politician will come in the community and will just give them money. I didn't tell them, why can't the politician come mobilize you, use that money to fix things in the community? gets to know the issues of your people, because I think it's one of the roles of member of parliament. Gets to know the issues of your community and see how you can help them. Yeah, because there are people who have elected you into power, so you should prioritize them. Much as you have bigger roles of the budget planning, the legislating, and all that. But now these are the people who...
This has always been the story of most politicians. You promise but don't fulfill. And I want to hear your side of the story. What led to your loss? And would you have, if you were elected, put those things into place? Because most politicians do so. When they're elected and when they reach parliament, that is a gone story.
I think I would do that because, as I told you, it was my passion to serve it is still my passion to serve the community. Yeah, and there are basic things that I was already doing, like sensitize people, have programs on different radio stations, so you sensitize communities, let them get to know their rights and what they're entitled to. And now they will help you to be easier for them now to fight for their rights. So that was my strategy, and also basically to sensitize, equip them.
What could have led to your loss?
I think by the time I resigned and went into politics, I didn't have enough time to do the campaign. Yeah, so it was COVID era, so I did my best because we were 5, and I think my campaign took almost like 6 months. So, and I managed to match the second. So I think it was the time frame.
Talk about the financial
the financial implication is in there, but still, as I said, people will tell them the truth. Look here, you don't need money from me. You need services. You don't need money.
But that is contrary to what the right on ground in Uganda. When you don't have money, people will not listen to you. Don't you?
I
people
think
will say, okay, we are going to vote for you, but on the voting day, they will give someone who gives
they of course, now there's that element, and also, I don't think each and every member of parliament or who contested and is in parliament had more money than the person he contested with. So basically, the element of money is there because it's draining. You have to facilitate your agents. You have you yourself, because you're moving each and every day. You're spending money, but you're not earning. So there's that element, and people will tell you their issues because they will see as even up to now, some friends, some people will still call me, "Hey, Honorable, how can you help us here and there?" You see. Yeah, those are.
How can we actually change that mentality, Eliakim? How do we change that mentality?
Sensitization. We need to teach people. It's not all about the money that people will give you. Tell people your issues as a community, because I think my strategy was something with the community. I said I want the issue that affects the entire community, not you as an individual, Edgar, Farida. As a community, what challenges do you have in your community? They will tell you, our bridge there is broken. I said, fine, now let's put resources as a community. Then I also add, then we sort it out. Or if we have a challenge in the community, because there are so many different challenges that affect the community, fine, maybe there's some certain community, I think it had government, there was a project by the government to give them land titles, and they got stuck somewhere. So when they told me, I said, I'm going to follow up that issue. And you say how you can get your titles. So we started on the process, and I'm sure soon they will get their titles as well. So we look into those things that affect the community, not as an individual. So what affects your community? Or you, not you as an Edgar, as an individual, but as the entire community, and see how you can help them. You find people have different challenges, and all they need is to be sensitized, or you tell them the office to go to. If they have cases stuck at police, just tell them, go and meet the DPC OC station, you go through that channel, and your issues will be solved.
Okay. Following your loss as an MP, do you have regrets of resigning from police?
No, I have no regrets at all, because one, as I told you, it's something that I wanted to, and it was worth it. And also wanted to do my private things where I can exercise my objectivity without any hindrance. So resigning from police, I have no regrets. And I liked, and I still remember, there are a lot of things that I learned from police. A lot of things. It gave me exposure. gave me an opportunity to interact with different people and different issues and how to solve them. It gave me an opportunity to serve the Ugandans. Yeah.
Okay, Council, what is your future in politics now? Eliakim, chicho in terms of political career you?
I think I will still go, because I choose to go back to my community at the end of month, each and every month. End of month. I have program on different radio stations, go sensitize communities, teach them, get to know their issues, those ones that you can solve, you solve them, not financially, just listen to their issues and find a solution for them. Yeah, so I'm still doing that.
2026.
Yeah, 2026.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, I think I will still go and consult my community, and they will, even now they're telling me, please don't say, don't disappoint us and you and disappear. You come.
If you were to sympathize with any political party that are standing, which one would you join?
Now I think I still want to remain as independent candidates. Reason being, we represent Ugandans as whole, regardless of the political party they affiliate with. So I think being an independent candidate, to me, it is still a good thing and a good decision for me.
Don't you think, sorry for intercepting what you're saying, but don't you think that an NRM card would be better for you in terms of the area you're coming from? Because it's an NRM stronghold.
But me, I'm looking at, will I be in position to deliver? Or what will be the perspective of the people of the community? Or my objectivity, I think, still, because I don't want to be compromised in any way. I just still want to stand. Yeah, to stand and what I believe in and be in position to deliver to my community. Okay. Yeah. So you're advising me to go on NRM ticket or what?
I was just tipping you off for you to know where the real deal is in terms of Ntungamo district. Yeah. But anyway, Council, at just 41 minutes past 7 a.m., we want to delve into the issues pertaining land in Uganda here. But I think on this particular topic, because many people really want to understand it very well, so you'll have to blend in a bit of Luganda for people to understand very well. Let's start off with, I think, the first things first. In Uganda here, there was that agreement that divided Uganda into the Milo land and Crown land. Is that agreement still valid up to now? Agreement and now we have that Milo tenure system. And now the Milo tenure system is that one that where the land, of course, it was Buganda land. So when that Milo land is still recognized and under the tenure systems that we have, where we have the Ensujulos and that from those 1900 agreements. So the Milo land tenure system is where you find a landlord and a tenants. They coexist, but the landlord, of course, has more powers because he's the landlord. But we have the Vivanja owners, the Vivanja owners who came and settled on the land. So they were, how do you call them in Uganda? The customary people would come and you allow them to settle on your piece of land, and they cultivate. So that Mile tenure system accommodates them because they are recognized under that Mile tenure system. We have a landlord, then we have those tenants, the Vivanja owners. And if you're going to sell your interest in the land, you need to consult them. You need to give them the first. You need to give them priority. If they can buy themselves. To buy something like that. So I think it's something that we cannot just undermine. It's the system that is in there, and those agreements were there, and we still refer to them. Okay. Yeah. What about the Crown land? What is this Crown land for someone who doesn't know out there? The Crown land. Now that was the one for Kabaka, the Crown land. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Kabaka land. So, Council, how does a Ugandan, if they want to acquire land, what is the procedure for getting land in Uganda? Okay, if you want to, you look at the tenure system one, the common one is the free landhold, whereby now the free landhold is you're the owner, you're the registered proprietor on that piece of land.
So there's a title, no encumbrances, no what. So that freehold system or tenure system is what is common in Central, in Uganda basically. So if you want to acquire land, you look at the system. It's under which tenure system? Is it a freehold? Is it a milo land? Is it a customary land? Am I going to acquire lease? So you look into those systems that govern land. Then if you are a citizen, you can buy a freehold or even a lease.
What's a freehold?
Now, a freehold, if there's you look at the title and there is no, basically you're the registered proprietor. You as Edgar, this is my title, this is my land. Now you have that system, a freehold. So on the freehold, you can, it's registered into your name, so you can sell it off and have it transferred into the purchaser, the someone who has bought it. So if you're going to, you said what does it take to acquire land? So you are an adult, so you go and do investigation. There's this piece of land, and I would encourage people basically to do freehold. Even other systems can be bought, but now like people who are like you're a new person, maybe you're not going to be duped. Even other systems they can dupe you, but now for freehold, after you have ascertained, you go and carry out search in the Ministry of Lands, the land registry. You carry out search, then you find the land. They will give you the system. It's under which system? Freehold system. Who is the registered proprietor? Edgar is the registered proprietor. Then you go on ground to ascertain if this piece of land is there. Then if it's, let's say, in Ruero or Gayasa, wherever you go, you look at the piece of land. Then if there are some people who are settling on the land, you inquire from them. So I'm going to buy this land. Any issues? Are you the owners? Then people will tell you that, yeah, no, it's no problem for us. We are just tenants who leave as soon as you buy your land. Or this land belongs to so and so. So no problem, he can sell his piece of land. Then after ascertaining that now the land is free from any encumbrance, there are no squatters on the piece of land, then you can now proceed and go into negotiations with that land. You negotiate with the person who is the owner who is selling land. You make an agreement, because I advise people usually to go to a lawyer, have your agreement well stipulated. And of course, sometimes lawyers maybe don't want to go and visit the site, but it's also important because you find them in the office. No, it's okay, we have agreed. What
about these cases where you have paid a lawyer to go and do for you a search?
Due diligence, yeah.
Yeah, they do the search, they tell you, okay, the land is okay, there are no quarrels there, it's good. And then after 2 years,
anti kati nawe of course lawyer agenda akole search mu lands, and you find even the title is indeed in the proprietor's name who is there registered. Naye kati nga waliwo another people claiming, or there was even the double titling, will come to that, nga waliwo ekyapa ekirala kiri ku eryo ettaka. You find there are two titles, or you find even the title you have is forged. It's a forged title. Yet,
and me, by the fact that I've chosen a lawyer, I have my trust in you. You will have to identify whether the title is fake or original. You will have to identify whether there are double titles there on that piece of land. And then when I come out, you come out and I like you people itaka diamonto gundi, maybe a son forged the title and then they sold out the land. Now what happens now to me as your client?
Now you see, now sometimes I also want to push it to a client or you who's buying land. You should also take an initiative. Much as you have approached a lawyer to do for you an agreement, you also do your due diligence on that piece of land, because it's your land, it's your money. For lawyer will just make sure that agenda mulandizi etaka weliri ground basic things. Naye katugo agenda kubera kutaka genda ku kyalo, meet the LCs, meet the neighbors, ask them about this piece of land. I want to settle here with my family. I don't want to be inconvenienced. So you carry out all that due diligence. Naika tugwe Farida bwofuna sente ogamba nifunye emitwalo 2 million 20 waliwo ettaka. You get on pressure guy, you don't want even to miss that opportunity. Ate ba blockers ne block genda kugamba ettaka balitwala no papa ate ne lawyer no muteka ku pressure. No ngenda kusosola fees gwe kola mu pandikire ndagano. We went and you end up even confusing what? Misleading a lawyer. So I usually advise my clients, call out due diligence yourself first, genda kutaka, talk to neighbors, talk to LCs, send even other people to do for you the due diligence search. Genda mlands, you get a search certificate. You have hired a lawyer, still the lawyer will do the same. But naye go ino kuteka precautions za money. Kubanga it's your money and you're going to, it's you who's going to be inconvenienced. So if you don't take those initiatives, you'll be duped, because there's something. So those are the fraudulent transactions. Are so many, because one, you find even some people buy from the administrators, which is okay because the administrator can do transactions, but you also need the consent from the beneficiaries. Kat administrators babamanya kat waliwo beneficiaries bwebangeri estate ya itaka lya muntu yafa katubaleka omuntu ngomusika atunga letters of administration to manage the estate. Katubamara kutunga letters of administration, either the beneficiaries can agree that let's just sell that land and we sell the land and we share the proceeds. Katubosanga nga administrator yenga yagala kukuta n'abantu atunde ettaka nga beneficiaries tebamanyi naye kijja kuleeta enkayana. Katubosanga ekyapa nga kiri mumanya ga administrator, there are more precautions to take. Ojja kunoonya ono administrator ye mutuufu ayina letters of administration, have them verified in court. Okakase yono administrator ate yayina ne letters of administration. Ba beneficiaries bali bameka, bali batano, tuina consent yabo bonna kweri you enter into a transaction. Those are the issues that usually the fraudsters use, those tricks. Letters of administration, they say no letters of administration, when actually the person has no letters of administration even, or they were cancelled.
There are these land titles that people bring, and sometimes there is a viewer out there who doesn't know of a genuine land title. How do you know that this land title is genuine?
Actually, it's hard to tell that this is a genuine land title because maybe someone can bring a photocopy and it has all the details. So it's good to verify with the Ministry of Lands even before you enter into a transaction. So sometimes someone will bring your title, it looks exactly the same as the original title. The material is the same, the what, but when you reach into Ministry of Land, now you want to transfer the land into your names. They will tell you that this is a forgery, this title is, yet you have already paid.
If the Ministry of Land can identify a fake land title and the original one, how comes that a piece of land can have two land titles?
Usually people, the fraudsters we're talking about, they usually submit forged documents and they create another title. They even assume that even this land title got lost, they create a special title for that piece of land. Yet you Farida, you have a title, then the X will go bring forged the documents. Chapa change chabula. Oh, we never had a title for this land, so we want to get a special certificate. So you find you have a special certificate, then there's also another title for that piece of land. Or so usually to come to how do you verify? So if you get that, it's hard to verify. Just look at the title and say that this title is fake. No, it's only a Ministry of Lands who can detect that, because in their system they have those numbers, so they can look at what is on the title and what they have in their system, and they'll tell you that this title is forged. That's why I was saying it's very prudent to carry out search. Even after carrying out search, someone can even present to you a forged title. He remains with the original. So then when you go to do a transaction, they will tell you that this title is forged. They just cancel. Then you immediately rush to police and report a case. Then they can now arrest the situation. Then also, they usually give, there's a law that allows giving powers of attorney. Yes. You are the owner of the land, so they give you powers of attorney to do the transaction on my behalf. So even people forge those powers of attorney. So when you have the power of attorney, say that, this one can do a transaction, yes, they are forged. So those are the things that you need to look into when you're doing a transaction. You have powers of attorney, verify the powers of attorney. For the administrators, still do the same. You go and verify. If it's a special title, someone has the special title is a good title as well, because it shows that there was an original title, maybe it was misplaced, so they created a special title. So when they bring a special title, also do your due diligence as well to ascertain.
There is this thing we hear, compulsory acquisition of land. Who has the powers to acquire that?
It's government. Government can acquire land compulsory. It's called compulsory acquisition of land. So when the government is in for public interest, for the public. Now, if there is an activity for the entire public, maybe government wants to put up a hospital or something, so they can acquire that piece of land, or even for road. But you have to be compensated. Yeah, so they evaluate and compensate you for your piece of land. So you cannot say that, no, I'm not giving my land to the government. No.
That was going to be my question. What if they do not want to?
No. It's compulsory acquisition. They have to come evaluate your land and pay you off. So basically, you cannot refuse. They even go and I think there's a law where you deposit the money in court, then the land will be taken by the government. So you cannot refuse. Only that maybe if it's undervalued, that's why you can raise issues. Say, no, my land has been undervalued,
because
so I need
always undervalues.
And also, by the way, it's fraudulent to undervalue, because there is a recent case, and it was in Supreme Court, whereby if you undervalue your piece of land, like you're going to do a transaction, and you don't want to pay stamp. Okay, you want to pay stamp duty, but you want to pay less. Because see, when you undervalue and they are doing assessment to pay stamp duty, usually it is less. So when you undervalue the consideration, they say the land is worth 100 million, but you say that my land is just 20 million. You declare that is fraud as well. So that transaction can be nullified. Yeah.
At just 4 minutes to the top of the hour, I think it's time to go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about how leasing land, that is one thing that we want to throw more light upon. Then there are these cases where a family was left with land and there's one title. And they want to partition it. What is the procedure in these things? So we still have Council Eliakim Atumanya. He's right here on the Mighty Drive. Let's go for a short commercial break. When we come back, it's still the Mighty Drive. Good morning.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson, and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Digitalk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views, and ask questions on Alternative Digitalk. Digitalk, the way to go.
You have got to get up pretty early to go do something. We are the Alternative Digitalk. With our mobile studios, we are redefining TV presentation just as technology is setting the pace. We are blending our approach with fresh, perspectively designed breakfast show, The Mighty Drive, informative and entertainment show, exclusive and live interviews.
We President Museveni wadde juzi namulaba apima akawunga kilo 2 tasobola kalya nini bwaba alya kilo 5 weyannema okuliisa eggwanga ne bwe limundekera.
Njagala kwebaza the Alternative Digitalk etuwadde kano ka Mighty Drive era n'abatuwuliriza bonna abali ku mikutu njagala basaba mugendo maaso n'okuwuliriza.
All given to you just a click away on your phone, tablet, laptop and smart TVs as we are streaming live on our social media platforms, on the road and on the go. We are the Alternative Digitalk.
The world is at a critical moment of providing innovative alternatives as a means to create change.
As such, we have created a not-for-profit alternative mobile digital platform as a way to promote space for freedom of speech and expression to the unheard voices.
We know you believe in the cause and you can further it more by contributing to its sustainability in forms of internet data, fuel, and any other support you deem relevant.
Please support us with your contribution to Equity Bank account number 103-5201-607252 under the name Alternative Digital, or our mobile money numbers 0702 900076 or 0783 047785. Alternative Digital, real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Digital. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Digital. Digital, the way to go.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Chikabili zakaita kusawa ebili ezokumacha mchabaniriza ku program The Mighty Drive era ninyongero okubebaza okubanga muchali naffe pake sawa zino chamanyi era cha kitiibwa okubanga tuchabayina. It's not every day that people can sacrifice their data and watch The Mighty Drive every day, Monday to Friday 7 to 9 a.m. We are still on transit with Council Atumanya right here in, I think, Gayaza. We're just turning from the Kawempe junction, the lights. So we will be traversing up to Kampala. I think we'll be ending in Kampala, at Kampala Road, right there around there, Mabirizi complex. That's where we're going to be ending today. But we still have Council Atumanya Eliakim in studios today, and he is right here with us, trying to dissect on how we can know about how to carry out land transactions. Wewala okuferebwa engeri gy'ogulamu ettaka bali tunda batya, by evictions bazikola batya, compensations bazikola batya, byonna tutambula wano nga bwe tuyiga program ekyali The Mighty Drive, and we are the Alternative Digital. Katika today wa Council Atumanya tweyongere okubanga tunyonyola ku bintu bino ebyettaka. Councillor Atumanya, thank you for still being with us at the Mighty Drive. It's a pleasure to have you, and it's really an awesome experience. Now let's start off with leasing land. I think that's why we want to take on the second hour. How do you lease land, and what is leased land? And you can add in a bit of obusuru that is collected on land. I don't know how that works out. Buli butaka anti jagana kwasibudde nga babwogerako njagala nawo tubutegeere. Council, okuleasing ettaka kye kimu.
Thank you so much, Edgar. Leasing, it's basically
omuntu
kati leasing kiringa okupangisa omuntu ettaka. N'omugamba kolesa ery'ettaka, omuntu najja n'agamba Edgar njagala ettaka lyo olikolesa for emyaka ng'esatu bena, n'omuwa ettaka n'alikolesa ng'akusasula renti ettaka liryo, n'omukiriza alikolesa ate nga tomuyingiriza, tomulumba tekutaka omaze kulimuwa kumala ebbanga lyenkana bwe liti ng'emyaka ena omuleka akolesa ettaka. Eyo lease basically kyetegeeza. Naye kati waliwo public land ettaka nga lya public nga lya government kangambe, naye ng'oyagalako lease kweri ettaka. Gavumenti teyagamba ettaka tunze gwelitwale, naye osobola kufuna lease kweri ettaka eryaki.
Waliwo conditions zebakuteeka kukuwa lease. Bagamba olinakukolerako kino kyokka terikirala.
Kati naye olina okukisetinga mulimu agreement yamu n'ogamba n'ettaka ngenda likolesa ebbanga bwe liti, kino kye ngenda kubanga nkolera kuli n'ettaka. Nomukanya kwekyo oba n'ogamba ettaka lyange nze njagala lyakukola obanga parking obanga kisaawa kikyoyagala kyonna, n'oli nanyini ettaka n'agamba lino ettaka lyange mbadde njagala okolereko kino.
Lease mu Uganda etandikira ku budde ki? Bagamba minimum libwa budde ki?
Basooka kufuna myaka 5. Kati n'oddamu n'ogirinyuwenga ku myaka 49, 45. Nawo kati
n'abantu kulizinga ettaka lye
osobola kugamba kulinga okupangisa ettaka, n'ogamba ettaka lyange ndikuwadde likolese banga bwe liti, n'okola lease ya kupangisa. Oba ekiba n'ekizimbe osobola kulizinga n'ogamba n'ekizimbe kyange naye njagala kukipangisa. Kale eba agreement for this time kati okukolesa ekintu kyange n'emmotoka osobola girizinga. N'ogamba omale ebbanga bwe liti naye ettaka lisigala nga lyange, ng'ogenda olikolesa ery'ebbanga n'okomyawo ekintu kyange ng'omaze kukola ki. Kati eyo lease kyetegeeza.
Oyogedde ku public land, soko tuddeyo komabega. How does land become public?
Anti kati waliwo nga bwe tubadde tugamba za crown land, nakyo waliwo ettaka nga lyawo nga lya public nga si lya muntu yenna, lya gavumenti. Waliwo ettaka libeera nga lya gavumenti, kale ngedda ng'omanyi wano ku gombolola oba ki ettaka eryo lyaki lya
gavumenti. Omuntu omunnansi bw'alibeerako batugamba when you stay ku ttaka for over 15 years lifuuka liryo. Bwe bagamba kati njagala otunnyonnyole bwe mba mbadde ku ttaka lino erya gavumenti for over 15 years, gavumenti nevaayo nengoba bugobye temenye mateeka.
Awo oluusi bakukompasetinga yedde nga wali oliko ate olaba n'abantu kati batuuse n'okukulokinga. Nakolako mu Railways, Uganda Railways Corporation nga legal officer wa Railways, ng'abantu bayinkulokinga ku ttaka lya Railways, akimanyi lya Railways nagamba bya gavumenti katugendewo bajja kutukompasetinga.
Let me give you a case of Kiryandongo. Abantu abali ku ttaka bagamba lya gavumenti, ate gavumenti evuddeyo negoba abantu ku ttaka nga beekwese mu group ya Agilis. Kati njagala otunnyonnyolemu abana abantu bebagobye bebasenda obusenzi ku ttaka naye nga baaliriko okumala ebbanga ddene, ate tebabakompasetinga bakuvaluwinga oyina 5 acres nakuwayo emitwalo 3 gwe ne bakugoba. Bakikola mu mateeka.
Kati olaba waliwo owosanga omuntu ensoba agikoze ng'agimanyi n'agamba nze kangendewo bwe banga bagenda kunsengula bajja kunkompasetinga. Kati mu mateeka be bakompasetinga bali be twogeddeko bana ab'obusuulu bobadde ogamba yajja nga ali kikibanja, you recognize him nga kwali gwe nannyini ttaka, you recognize ono tenant abadde kutaka inamusangako alikuwa akolesa. Kati bwagenda mujjako olina omukompasetinga. Naye kati bali bajja ne basetolinga kutaka lyo eritali lyabwe mu bukyamu naye igamba nze kangende nkole ndiri aido kato mba ndowooza katawo compensation ejja mu buntu kale nga mukanya nogamba kale mu bulungi katwogere obeere compensated bakucompensating oveewo naye waliwo abana abakikolesa effujjo najja n'alumba nga bwe nkugambye mureere waliwo abantu bangi abasitayinze ku ttaka naye nga tubagala vaawo ate nebyegamba katujjo bagoboti kati otandika sagala kubuuza nti bavaawa naye katolaba ettaka si liryo bwe nootya n'osetolinga tuwaligula ate wolowoosanga wabawo transaction mu bukujukuju omuntu agamba azi nsobola kukuguliza ettaka wali n'akutunda n'ogendawo n'osetolinga ng'olowooza ettaka lya Edgar ate naye Edgar si lirye n'osetolinga kati ekiseera nekituuka nanyiniza akanajja nga mbii katukukola ku ttaka lyayo komazeewo lino ebbanga lyonna naye nga tolina ki tolina kyakukola olina okumujja ku ttaka lyo aliko mu bukyamu kubanga olina ekyapa ettaka liryo onaliwo tomumanyi si kugamba naye oba wakibanja oba ki naye nebyekibanja birina emitendera yabyo oyinza oza muntu just ettaka lyawo tutalikolesa nagamba nyinawo ekibanja kiraba kati obuzubawo we buli kucompensating abantu b'ettaka oluusi osanga omuntu naye yakikola akimanyi ettaka si lirye yajja genda wakola emirimu gye bwe bajja jja bagamba mucompensating ate nga landlord takumanyi nanyini ttaka ye munyini takumanyi
Kanso twagala tusaba osooka otunyonyolemu difference wakati wa plot y'ettaka n'ekibanja ky'ettaka waliwo enjawulo
kati ekibanja abakungulu kati gwe ploti pokale abanji bagamba ploti zine zibatera ogamba ploti zibettaka zine zine zirina title kati ye bamukolera title ye yala aliwo ekibanja bettaka lyalyawo nga estate ye no basalasala muno batunga ebyapa nagamba no batunda kati ow'ekibanja ayinawo ekibanja kweyo ploti ayinawo ekibanja kye tebamucompensatinga naye yala ayinawo naye kati bano actually it's also a form of
ploti bazisala ku kibanja
kati ebattaka lyonna ne balisala nezifuuka ploti nga bagala taito kubanga edda nga osanga oyina miles nga meka toyina ki
tuyina 1 acre of land netusalasala mu kikumi ku kikumi zivamu nga 5 zezo plots zetuyinawo kati ow'ekibanja aliwaawo
kati ekibanja ekyo kiba kiryawo wennyini we basala kati oyinza osanga bwogambye eka kati olina wosetolinga nga tebana bakusala mu ploti kati bamala okusala ploti waliwo setolinga basalamu olusi mukanya nogamba kati ngenda kuwa wano ngenda kuwa ku ploti 5 oba kumeka kulina ettaka kati mbere ng'abadde nkucompensatinga ne bano baddiira bakola transaction real estates ye najja n'asanga ettaka nga ddene oba square mile nagamba zingenda processing ebyapa bawe ebyapa katabe ekibanja tubawe muki tubawe mu ploti oba begule kati olinga tebana bakumucompensatinga aba bala kibanja kye nagamba wano nyinawo ekibanja wano kungulu nyinawo ekibanja yadde twina aina registered proprietor naye waliwo ekibanja kati awo ekibanja bali recognize kati olina okubakompensatinga interest ze zikole ki ziwemu naye osobola you can give him priority osobola mu wano mugamba weegule osobola kwegula kubanga mukanye ngaba badira ba real estate nagamba zingenda kukolera ettaka ompeko plots west nawo osigaze bwezi kati
land rights mu Uganda
land rights kati nga bwe tugambye as a citizen of Uganda you are entitled to land you are entitled to own land kati olaba abantu abatali Ugandans who are non-citizen tebasobola kwakwayiringa freehold balina okufuna eyo lease gye nkugambye for a specific period of time babeera nga barenewinga babeera nga bakola kinga nga barenewinga
kati ono katukuwe example ya Econ gwe bawadde square mile azimbe Econ city kati naye bamuwadde for a specific period of time
of course eba lease tebasoma muwa freehold mbu atukuwadde egenda bagenda mu maago amatenda because it can be challenged. This is not sim na Uganda is a foreigner, it's not illegal. Kubera bakuwadde ettaka balikuwa mu lease, bakuwa for a period of time. Bubeerawo ng'oli ku lease, si kugamba bettaka genda bitwalira nawe beera ng'orenewinga.
Waliwo obadde olina kyoyagala omaliriza nga sina interceptinga?
Mbadde njagala kugamba ku zino endagaano agreement zetukola zetuwandiika n'okukola transfer y'ettaka. Kati bw'oba ng'ogula ettaka tugambye bya kukola search byonna n'okukola agreement. Kati agreement yakwegendesereza nnyo kubanga bateekamu obuntuntu bwingi bw'oba nga tomanyi kusoma oba tomanyi luzungu binza have close bungi, naye kati gwe olina lawyer oba nga tolina lawyer nawe osobola kugamba n'avunula n'akuvunulira n'ateekako n'akunyonyola bulungi. Kino kigamba bwe kiti, naye kati gwe kyolina okulaba ettaka lyentunze lyenkana ki. Oyinza kwogera decimals, hectares, biki nga tobitegeera. Ogamba decimals meka, gamba tujja zino nguze ko decimals 2 oba meka, kati nga gwe tobitegeera bya decimals. Nakyo kingamba nyonjola bulungi mu kyentegeera. Oba omanyi ploti oba omanyi eka akikunyonyole bulungi. Ate gwe kyotegeera oyinza omugamba kinyagala ose mu ndagaano bweba ekemu ebe ekemu bweba decimals 10 wandika decimals 10 kyentegeera. Kati basobola zikonvertinga baziteeka mu lulimi lwotegeera bulungi. Kubanga wala yinza okugamba decimals meka naandikako acres. Ate ekemu yingana decimals nga 10. Kati wateekako bwolowooza otunza ekemu wajja kuwandikako ajagamba decimals 10 wala awandikeko acres. Kati bakukubi. Kati olina kitegeera bulungi description y'ettaka lyo. N'ekirala confirming kutaka waliwo ki development zonna eziri kutaka. Oguze development oba oguze ettaka ye development agenda zijjako. N'ekyo olina kitegeera bulungi.
Developments muli amayumba.
Developments. Ng'azimbyeko ng'ayinako emmere ye oba ng'ayinako nagamba emiti gyange ngenda gijjamu. Ngenda gijjako amayumba bangenda kujja ku nyumba yange kati kyona mukikanya ono gamba mukikanyako n'okuwa vacant position gamba nkwade banga bweriti bwanga obeerawo okutaka abantu bonna bafulume kutaka nyakala kukolerako bintu ebirala ate n'olusi kiba kirungi okudemarketing ettaka lyo lyoguze kola boundary opening oba okuwenda okukuba empenda okutema oluwenda. No marking bulungi ogamba nguze ettaka lyenkana bweriti ate mpita wano no demarketing bulungi nomanya gino ettaka lyange. Kati ekyo kikuyambako obutakuba bw'oba ng'ogula ettaka n'endagaano signinga buli page signingako page esooka gwe signingako teekako bumaze kusoma bulungi signing ne ba witness bonna babeere nga basigninga ku page yonna osayininzeko bulungi ne oteekako ne date ku ndagaano wango jatuke endagaano nga teina date byonna olina obyekanya bulungi. Sigeni kya description y'ettaka liri wano lyenkana bweriti location yeno ati genda ne ku ground okakasa ettaka liri wano plot eri wano yeno surveyor si yo mukunta
Lwaki totukubira ku studio line eri 0789 emunya 5 You can call us in the studio so yogere ate n'omugenyi waffe obuze ekibuuzo kyonna kyoyagala ate bakutangazeemuko. Edgar Mathew had a question.
Yeah, I had a question to Mr. Atumanya. Waliwo bano abantu babagamba naguze ettaka naye naguze ku ttaka lya Kabaka. Kati newunya ownership ebeera etya ku ttaka lya Kabaka? Omuntu liba ttaka liri nnyini oba liba ttaka lya Kabaka?
Obusuulu
so obusuulu bwe bugiramu.
Kati oba obusasula mukanya nga bwe tugambye naye osetolingako ndowooza tebakugoba.
Osobola ogamba mbu n'omwana wajja kubeera kwera ettaka ne muzzukulu.
Obeera ng'osasula ng'ogendera mu matendera ago g'okusasula mu mitendera gye bateekako y'okusasula obusuulu y'okubeera ng'osasula nga bakurecognizinga nga bakumanyi gwe wagula wano kubanga oyinza okusanga nawe wagula eri kati nawe oyagala tunda muntu omulala kati ogenda eri ne bakyusa ne bagamba kati gwe tumanyi onaavuddeko kati gwaliwo oba recognizing
kati awo chapa mu ngalo batugamba abachapa mu ngalo bakuwa emyaka 49 kati gwe gigwako oba oyina okuddamu weegule bw'oteegula ettaka liba lizenye wakabaka
kati oba omuntu omayinza kushowinga interest ng'ayagala ki
ng'ayagala
ery'ettaka lyo
so olina okuba nga mwegula
chapa mu ngalo bwebeererayo enkyamu obanga omuntu every after that period olina okuddamu ne weegula ng'ate obadde osasula obusuulu era oddamu ne weegula
oddamu n'ogula ettaka kati ku new price wetugamba nti omanyi land appreciates everything
anti kati olaba nga bwe tugambye ku liize kati liizi yo bwegwako ng'oyagala girenewinga oddamu busya ne munegotiatinga bakuwa priority ng'omuntu abadde alina liizi kati nimukanya ne barenewinga
kanso ku nsonga eyo yennyini waliwo bano nga babalekera ekyapa endoozi ettaka tugeze ngaoba kyapa ky'ettaka nga ddene nga kibanja wekityo nga muzadde waabwe yafa nga bali abaana nga 8 kati buli ono ayagala kutundako tugambe bakola batya
kati omuntu bw'aba nga nannyini ttaka yafa kimusooka kukola kulonda letters of administration bw'aba nga tiyalaama si kyekyokulamba will nga tiyawa ekira nga tiyaleka si kyekyo ekiramu bweba nga tiyalekawo ekiramu kugamba ono yagenda okusikira ebintu yagenda kuyambako kugabanya ebintu mu processinga letters of administration naye neyo process endala kati process ya letters of administration mu bufunze mugenda wa administrator general wali empapala ze babawa ne mujjuza bulungi nga muteekako amanya g'omuntu eyafa nga mulina death certificate ye ba beneficiaries oba abaana yalekako bameka abalina okufuna ku bintu byo oyo yafa bali bameka yalekawo bintu byenkana ki si yeyo yokka property eyo gy'omanyi byonna mubiteekako kati mwamala kufuna letters of administration mutuula nga ba family ne mukanya mugamba no be bajja kubeera ba administrator kati bwemala okukanya nemufuna administrator mutunga letters of administration kati mwagala tunda kati bwanga mumaze kufuna letters of administration
kuliko basatu be baagala okutunda batano bo baagala okusigala
kati mubagana ery'ettaka kati awo mumaze kutunga letters of administration mugamba kati katubagana ettaka bano baagala tunda ffe twagala sigalawo kati buli omu atunde share ye kati mugaba n'ettaka eryo ono namanya eno portion yange eno yono eno yoli ayagala tunda kati okupatitioninga omukunta wajjiramu kuleta obwenkanya gamba erina ettaka lyenkana ki twagala kujjamu lyenkana bweriti twagala kujjamu tuli baana bameka 9 twagala ligabana buli omu afuneko ekitundu kye 9 kati ne bali partitioning ate naye kiba kirungi okuinvolvinga bano local leaders n'abantu abakulu okuleta obwenkanya kiba kirungi okuinvolvinga
buli kapatition kasikabe bakakolera kyapa kyako kiba kitya
kati kisinziira bwobanga bamaze gamba kati oyita wano oyita wali osobola kuliyetinga ekyapa ekikyo nga mumaze kugabana bulungi katugambe lyali nga tirina kyapa kata ogamba bwe bamala ku dividinga ery'ettaka ku subdividinga ng'omanyi portion yo katuga osobola kulyetinga taito yo basobola kukolera taito ku ttaka bwe banga ettaka lyali nga lirina ekyapa nga ddene kati nawe omuleeta omukunta n'apatitioninga buli omu n'afuna portion ye bwe banga mwagala bujja mubwa 50 by 100 nakyo kisoboka ye oli akola ki omukunta ajja n'apuma nabalisalaasala buli omu ng'amanyi portion ye ogamba nyinako plots nga 2 oba 3 ono nyinawo plots bwe buti kusinziira value y'ettaka n'ekifo ky'ogendamu omukanya ogamba gojja twala wali nagende wano nagende wali katawo bwe yagala kubeera obeera ojja kusigala bali bwe bagala tunda otundu izo gamba kati mu family oba yagala kugula ettaka lyange oba pati yange n'otunda wa family oba omuntu omulala kusinziira
twagala tutegeere kubanga kati tuyingire mu nkeyana z'ettaka
land conflict.
Kiki ekikozinze land conflicts ekibba ttaka kankize ne mu Luganda bulungi ekibba ttaka mu Uganda kisusse kiki ekikireetedde
kati ekirese ekibba ettaka of course ettaka liri valuable lumu esente nyingi kati ogenda kukaploti ka 50 by 100 ezo sente so the land is really appreciated so much ate ne population yeyongedde kati abaana bajja kumala kusoma bagala kwetongola naye yagala ettaka yagala beerewo kati awo ensonga lwaki abantu balwanira ettaka nnyo yagala ettaka kubanga ettaka kintu kikulu omuntu kyasobola kukola kati tusobola kukyewala tute ekibba ettaka kati ekireeta okubba ettaka ndowooza kyekyo population yeyongedde abantu bagala setolinga bagala okukola ebintu kati tewala awasobola bikolera alina okuba nga alina wasinziira kati tusobola kwewala tute ekibba ettaka kutekenga ezo byenga badde ngambako precautions kubanga bw'otegeera omuntu enjero gyabbamu ettaka oba gyagenda okufera naawe oba kiba kikuyambako tukawunta ng'omanyi ono ali mu kunfera oba oyagala oba weetegese bulungi kati nga bwe ngambye bwebanga nga kino kyetogereko kyaba administrators kati ono waliwo bakanye mbettaka balitunde abalala tebagala tunda ate waliwo ba administrators kati bwebanga tumaze kufuna bona beneficiaries abali mu kutaka gwe n'okwatagana ne administrator ye nakole numuwandiika nakutunda ettaka kati balaba beneficiaries abalala abalimu nga tebakanyiza naabo okutunda ettaka ojja kuba ng'okoze ki obakubye obabbye kati awo olina okutegeera bwebanga mulimu administrator waliwo consent alina letters of administration ekyo manyi okikulozinze ekya letters of ekirimu administrator nanyini ettaka yalirekako abaana ne bafuna letters of administration baagala tunda abala tebagala tunda kati
there's someone calling in. Let's speak. Hello, welcome to the Mighty Drive. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, who am I talking to?
I'm Joseph calling from Masaka.
Yes, Joseph from Masaka. Yes, sir.
I first of all wish to thank you for the show.
Okay, sir.
And also to ask counsel.
Yes.
On whether he is satisfied with the policy the government of Uganda has.
Whether he is what?
The land policy.
Okay.
You know, if I may remind, we know that the government has, if I'm not mistaken, either they passed a law or something like that they can come and take your land and compensate you later.
Yes.
Does he find that policy fair, especially with the dishonesty amongst the government officials?
Okay. Thank you so much, Joseph. Any other questions? Okay, secondly?
Secondly,
yes, sir.
Are there specific amendments you would propose regards to the land policy, or he is satisfied with the land policy in Uganda?
Okay, thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you. Oyabadde Joseph okuva e Masaka. Ndozo ulide ebibuzo byabuuza. Soke tuddemu oyo nga tetunaba kweyongerayo. Land policies oli mu mativu.
Thank you so much, Joseph from Masaka. Kusokera ku kino kya land policies ziri mu Uganda. Kati olaba enkyukakyuka bwegenda ng'ejja mu in a community, then you realize the laws or policies that you can bring in place to avert or to control those fraudulent transactions. Because here we're looking at fraudulent transactions. And policies webanga sinungi. Nsonga lwaki osanga mulimu fraudulent nga mungi. Kati waliwo ngeno ngeteke litambulirako nga if someone has lodged a caveat on your piece of land, the registrar can issue a notice to show cause, for you to show cause why the caveat should not be removed. Bakuwa 60 days. And of course, eteka ligamba bacha kupostinga ebaruwa ku address yo boba mamara kupostinga batachinga receipt ku batachinga receipt on that application je bakusindikide. Enaku nkaaga bwezigwako nga tolaze ensonga lwaki caveat yo tejibwa ko ku land. babali bagenda maaso ne bajjako ki caveat caveat sirwampaka kubanga obuzi tozze kukola ki kwewozaako naye katolaba eyo akeiklo kubanga anti kati bakuwandiikira bakugamba ojangu weewozeeko oyagala lwaki caveat tebagijjako bebeerewo okutaka kati bakuwandiikira ebbaluwa ne bakiteeka mu post office bakataka receipt ne bakateekawa kwe application kati balinda 60 days bwe zigwako nga tozze bo bajja kujjako caveat kati jukira process gye bakozesiza okusavinga by post office kuteekako receipt oyinza okusanga post office eyinza kuba nga njinjirire nga siiyo oba yiyo naye nga togenze kucekinga oba tiyasindisa ebbaluwa okujja naye nga alina kareceipt akalaga bamaze kusindikira ebbaluwa kati caveat akijeeko kati policies ngezo enkyukakyuka bwejja nga mulembe gwe tulimu kati ngekyo kirina okukyusibwa olaba kati ngeyo policy egamba how do you serve Farida ng'okumulaga caveat bagenda gijjako ennaku nkaaga bwe zigwako ajja kuba nga amaze kukola ki okutegeera kati ngekyo olaba si kirungi n'ebintu bingi kati enkyukakyuka bwejjange mu community olabamu ebintu bingi how do we rectify this kati policy zigenda nga zikyukakyuka kusinziira fraudulent wejjira and how do we rectify that kati neno eya powers of attorney okuwandikira powers of attorney or even getting a special certificate kati bwe bateekako policy mu Ministry of Lands if you're going to get a special certificate, the registered owner ajje abeerewo bamanyi yono is the one who is in the custody of the old title ate yabula nga alina documents zonna nga waali babase kukyusa muki babase kukushunga special title kati omuntu yena bwasobola kujja n'awandiika ekyapa kino kyabula nasweringa statutory gunde ne barua affidavit nga submittinga creating a special title much as they go into all these other processes. But I think policies we have in place, we are working with them, fraudulent so how do we bridge the gap? So it's now of course coming up with better policies and we see how we can bridge those gaps, especially where those fraudulent transactions usually occur, those fraudulent transactions. Now if we come to the administrators, because most of the issues come in there, the administrators, the inheritors of administration. So if Ministry of Lands, if Babatekako policy, Ministry of Lands work closely with the court issuing letters of administration. By the time you get letters of administration, or bagenda ku registering nga administrator kutaka. Kote confirming yono wetowachi letters of administration. So there is some laxity in our policies in Uganda, much as we are trying our level best to live within what we have, because now you cannot say that it's the only thing we have at the end of the day. I'm sure Edgar Atumanya caveat so in what circumstances does someone put a caveat on their land? Nenga tunatubulira tunyonyole caveat kati caveat kiri ekiwandiiko kyoteeka kutaka kulaga ettaka eryo oyina muki interest n'owandika n'ogamba eryo n'ettaka lye bagenda okutunda oba kino ekyapa ekiri registered property nyinamu interest mu ttaka ate saagala omuntu akole ki wabeera transaction yonna ekolebwa ku ttaka eryo nga simanyi olinga alisuba n'ogamba ereberanga kalooka kakavyeta ako kubanga bw'okateekako nga beneficiary kati nga bwe kitubadde twogerako kino ekyaba administrator atunze ettaka ate mwe nga tumwagala ettaka likole ki nga ha beneficiaries tumwagala ettaka likole ki ligende katuteekako caveat nga beneficiary waki kati caveat ebe kuyambako no transaction will take place kati wali wenkugambye bwe okwandikira ndokuteeka mu post office ebbaluwa enaku nkaaga bwe zigwako caveat nga bagijjako kati ekyo ndaba nsonga nkulu ya kutereezaawo waliwo ekirala kyobadde
olwo n'omwami ekibuuzo kye yabuuzizaawo ekyasoose kwakya police
ekya acquisition yagambye ti kino ekya acquisition kati ye gavumenti bwe ettaka bweriraba ng'egenda kwakwayiringa ttaka lyo bakugambye sente ziri bweziti, that's what the government has valued. Kati bw'oba nga toli mu mativu acquisition kati bw'obanga toli mu mativu ogamba zino sente ntono naawe weerwanako bwebanga katugambe nga maybe it's whichever institution wemulugunya ng'owandiika empapula eno compensation gye bampadde of course mu kooti n'ekyo ekitongole kyennyini ekikola ekyagala ettaka ekina interest mu eri ettaka obawandikira amabaluwa n'obagamba eno interest ettaka lyange it was undervalued nawe olusobola kufuna value omulala n'avaluinga ne bacomparinga waliwo ne government value bagamba they undervalued your property mukanya you can get an independent value naye najja n'avaluinga kati ne bacomparinga ng'ochallenginga value y'ettaka ne bakuwadde
nga muvaluinze nga you have undervalued meaning ngana vaako sikweko okunjijawo olw'empaka ne mutampa ne sente
sibasobola kuvaako olwampaka nga tebakuwadde sente kati bwema mugonze naye gavumenti eba ekimanyi tejja kujja kubanga sente zibaawo za compensatinga abantu banga balina project yonna of course basooka kukola survey wala abantu benkana bwe bati compensation yaabwe yenkana bwe bati nga bagenda bakompensatinga kati naye gavumenti ebeera nga egamba ono alina ebiwandiiko nanyini ttaka compensation ye yenkana bwe kati nawe bw'obanga tomatidde nga bwe tugambye nawe weemulugunya ogamba ogenda mukozi ogamba they undervalued my property so my property its value is this worth kati awo nebakola ki kooti naye naye appointing or independent maybe value to go and value and do the assessment.
Okay, Council, waliwo omuntu wanambuziza ekibuuzo adampadde scenario naye njagala tugeneralize tuze under what criteria is land eviction valid kugamba mukati omanyi ono liba mugoye mu ttaka ki validating okuba omuntu mu ttaka
court order wayinza okubeerawo court order ewa vacant possession. Now there are new guidelines eviction that it was I think passed recently nga omuntu wange ogenda kumugoba kutaka waliwo procedure gy'okolesa wali nga tuwaliwo guidelines zonna omuntu oyagala mugoba ku ssaawa meka kati new guidelines kati new guidelines zigamba kati new guidelines eziriwo zitegeeza process o procedure gy'oyitamu okujja muntu kutaka olina okutegeeza ab'ekitundu omuwa notice eno muwa notice oba mwezi 3 months nomugamba many time prepare oveewo okutaka kabakuwadde notice eyo n'esaawa zebagenda kukola ki okugoba okutaka esaawa ziba saawa za kumakya kutuuka saawa nga 11-12 awo zebakolera mu ki evictions notices kati bw'obanga nga tuwali court order yakugoba kutaka tuwali alina okuba nga akujja kutaka nga tuwali court order kubanga kooti kati yewa obuyinza engamba ono mutuufu ono mukyamu ayegamba ono ye nanyini ttaka bamuwe vacant possession bamuwe ettaka lye kati awo n'ogenda mu process ya nawo ne balina mitendero nga waliwo tayito endala kati mubuuze kati lwaki kino ekifo kirina titles b kibaawo kati ne lawyer nga tasobola kitegeera mbu waliwo tayito endala unless omuntu avuddeyo nagamba nange nyina tayito kati awo n'abaministry nebategeera waliwo tayito endala ekirala kiba kya special tayito naye special tayito kyo kiba kiraga eri yabula kati waliwo kusanga ono alina tayito kati waliwo n'endala label tayito kati waliwo n'abakuliyetinga lease nga bakuliyetinze lease ku ttaka lyo nga tobawadde consent kati nga alina tayito ye lease agamba alinako lease yenkana obudde bwe buti naye nga tumuwadde ki consent okuliyetinga lease ku ttaka lyo naye agamba ettaka nze ndikolesa nange nyina lease kati kyobadde ogamba omuntu okukeera ku makya nagamba ekyapa kikino naawe olina ekyapa kati tukoze tutya kati nawe weekubira enduulu n'ogenda mu kooti poso reportinga ku polisi kubanga polisi kati kyembadde ngamba ku polisi beekuyambako bala abantu obutajja ne bakugoba ekuwa protection eyo in the meantime kanegamba musoke mugende mu kooti mumalize ensonga zammwe kati bwe mumalize ensonga kooti ejasalamu omutuufu yaani ewe court order bakole ki mutunge eviction naye kati omuntu bwajja nagamba nange nyina tayito kati nawe weerwaneko reportinga ku polisi mangu ngamba abantu bagala tugoba ku ttaka lyaffe ate tulina ki abemulugunya ku bantu be bakola nabo
kanso kati nga tweyongerako waliwo challenge gye tulina nti eviction zikolebwa abantu bangi waliwo abakola nga bapoliisi abalala babeera bamagye nga bakola eviction waliwo n'abantu babulijjo abakola evictions kanso kikola otya who is mandated by the law to carry out land evictions and how are these evictions supposed to be carried out?
Those evictions are supposed to be carried out by court bailiffs nga bali recognized ngomaze kufuna order eva mu court ya ku evictinga ate nobona bana abatongozebwa okukola evictions nabo waliwo process jabo je bakola baba nga bajja ku evictinga they also account for your things byoina stock taking bagamba bino bintu bwebiti bibadde mu nyumba tubijemu tubiteeka mu store yaffe tubiyina kati y'omuntu aveebwa banga tayagala kuvaawo kati omuntu omutuufu balina okukola bano ba court bailiffs bailiffs be balina obuyinza obw'okugoba omuntu kiki okutaka naye nga basinziira kuki ku biwandiiko ebiva mu kooti kati bali apoliisi bo baku overseeinga process nga tuwabeera mu for peaceful day kati ekyo kiba kyetubadde tugambako baba bakikolera mu bukyamu kubanga ye poliisi terina obuyinza buno obujja nemenya ebintu by'abantu nefulumya si mulimu gwayo ogwayo gwa keepinga
bano bayita bawanyondo ba kooti bogaba bailiffs
naye nga alina ebiwandiiko nga alina certificate nabo baba wa certificate nga ntuufu bwebanga yagwako naye talina opportunity ya kukola eviction naye alina okuba nga alina ebiwandiiko ng'amanyiddwa eno ye bailiff bwa nyondo yagenda kukola guno omulimu ate naye nga alina okukutegeeza mu budde naye kati ndowooza bwolaba ng'abantu bazze nga bapoliisi egenda kuyingirira olina okuripotinga mangu poliisi n'obategeeza bano abantu bazze saawa zino baagala kutukola bwe tuti poliisi bwebanga tekuyambye ogenda ku poliisi ekola ki eddako
okay kanso webale kubanga okyali ku Mighty Drive tubizaho eddakiika 15 ndowooza Farida ogenda kubanga otusomerayo ku message eziri ku Facebook ku comments bagamba ki bannayuganda ku njogera ya kanso kyayogeddemu wano topic y'ebyettaka na buli kimu nga okyanoonya ozifunye comments oba njira Okay. Kati akanso nga tugenda kumaliriza. Waliwo omuntu yansindikira message wano already muganda wange mutamatini. Angambye mbuno bayine ettaka lyabwe mu kyalo eyo nga lyali ddene naye nga ettaka lino lyaliko ba squatters. Naye ekyapa kyo bakirina. Ekyapa kyo kyabwe bakirina bulungi. Naye bali abali eri buli obatuuka ku around the land bali ba squatters babajirayo amajambe abagala kubati.
Ba squatters?
Yeah. For the last I think 20 years they failed to get their land. Because every time they go to their land squatter bali na bachiga beyo side zeyo bachiga ebyadala asijeyo tribe no just kugamba because they have
abamanyi
bali bachiga ebyadala nembu watukira kutakaliye kwade tatawe yafane bali mu kyapa byo bachina nembu batuka kutakali yabwe bali basajja bagamba tugenda batembera wali yete bazwana kuli inspecting ako not even a centimeter kati akola atye
ati kati kyekyo kyenyine kyetugambyeko bwobanga ogenze mu kooti abantu ngali kutakalyo ngalemeddeko kati gwe muwabire musango mu kooti okiraba wegenda mu kooti waba omusango obone court order kati order
ebintu bya kooti birwako
kati ko ino kuguminkiriza naye kati tibirwa naye emyaka abiri tewera nawe kubanga kati kati ogambye emyaka kati ogambye babadde okumala emyaka abiri kati singa yateekayo omusango mu kooti kati singa kati omusango ogwaggwa naye kati nze muwa amagezi gemuwa kati ye asooke reportinge ku poliisi polisi erabe bobe sobola kuhuliriza kubatabaganya kati bava ku polisi ngaalaba tubasobola kubayita ne boogera ne community leaders awo kubanga nabo abantu ndowooza baba baagala obwenkana nawo kubeerawo kati community bwebanga eganye ne polisi eremeddwa gwegenda mu kooti waba omusango gw'omu kooti naye mu kooti bajja kubayita gye bayita mediation naye kulaba enjoli gye basobola kukola ki okuwuliriza yo mediation naye baawo kati eyo bwegana nga mugenda mu kooti kati gwe bwongo bumaze kufuna judgment yo n'obona orders ezibajja kukutaka kati oba olina obuyinza obukola ki oba bajja gwe n'obasavinga n'obagamba kikino olina court order nabo kati naye baba bategeera baliko mu bukyamu omusango gwabasinga balina okuva ku kutaka
nali nkula njagala tujje eno point tata wange yangamba nti edda tebagulanga ttaka nga gosa basanga batata baabwe abeera jjajja wange basanga ekibanja kiri awo tekuliko nga basa ojjoko gwe amanyigo gwe gakoma okoma oninga kati abantu abo baba tebalina byapa baba tebalina ndagano kuba bateyagula kati omuntu gaveri nga yagenze nalaba nakola inspection munyanya takiru tebiko chapa nakola ekyapa naye ng'oli ye rightful owner ono najja n'ekyapa lwokuba oli talina kyapa ono alina ekyapa yaba rightful owner
kati awo bwe tubadde tugamba bali ababeera recognized ba tenants ab'ebibanja kubanga balina ekibanja abadde akolerawo ate they are recognized by law nga babamanyi alina ekibanja kati bw'obanga omaze kufuna title mukanya neyeegula oba nomumuwa ekyapa agamba abantu kubanga community abantu baba bakimanyi oyita wano ogenda ati ettaka lyo lyenka kati omuntu nagamba kati nja kukolera ebyapa nawe ofune obwananyini oba ompeeka okutaka oba onsasula sente kagamba tujja kuwako protes bweziti bwekola ekyapa kati omala kufuna kati biri bivaawo ebyekibanja kati ekibanja omuntu yajja nasetulinga abeera ngaakolerawo recognized nga abamumanyi abadde akolerawo okutaka kati omuntu bwajja n'ekyapa nga wooli naye bwe baba bakimanyi mu baliwo ab'ebibanja ababeerawo okutaka kati baba compensating oba kuwe sente oveewo oba weegule weesalemu kuki nawe ofune ekyapa ekikyo anti kyengamba owala asanga ng'ayagala sente ati nze bwe mufuna sente nze ngenda nga nkivaamu bwe ogamba oyagala kwegula ng'omuwa sente kubanga kati gwoba oli wangulu kimanyi oba okitegedde
Good morning, welcome to the Mighty Drive. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay, welcome. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Alice, and I'm residing this side of Chevanda.
Yes, Alice from Chevanda.
Yes, I have a family that stays in Mubende. But I got people that started digging on their land without asking for permission from them. They've been there for some good time. Naye kati batuse ekiseera nga balemereddeko ddala because twagendako mu kooti okufuna obuyambi naye I think batusinga amaanyi ne bawayo enjuzi ne basigalirako ddala ku ttaka lyaffe. Tugezezaako okuba bwe twasooka mu nteeseganya naye ndowooza kirabika kigaanye kubanga bwe twagenda mu kooti bo baatugamba tebagenda kuvaako ku ttaka baliddeko for some good time so tetulina ngeri gye tuyambibwamu.
Kale kanso kakuddemu kati webale Alice from Chebanda.
Alice ekibuzo kyenkyuli kati omisango webanga eri mu kooti oba yagendako mu kooti kati kiba kirungi okusooka ku ntunulamu nsalawo y'omusango eyo judgment yali egamba ki kubanga ebiva mu kooti nesobola kujuliza juliza n'ogenda mu kooti esingako waggulu kati oyo advice enungi ogimuwa ng'omaze kusoma muki mu mpapula mu nsalawo ya judgment bali judge yagamba kyomulamuzi yasala muki ate lwaki kubanga ne reasoning bagiteekako yonna ensonga lwaki basazemu bwe bati omusango
nati agambye bali balina akasente nga kawera ne bagulirira
ne bwebanga anti sibimanyi naye kati bw'otunula mu judgment osobola kukola ki yabesinga kuki ate bw'obanga otokkanya ne judgment gye bawadde ojuli owapiringa mu Luganda okujulira kati Alice ndowooza kyekyo kyogenda okukola
nkedde ku makya bajjajja bange babaddewo bampadde ekibanja kanso ovudde eri oze n'okola save oba n'ofuna olugambo mu bannaiba oyo yasagako obusezi naye talinaaki kibanja ogenze mu lands bakoledde ekinaka land title kweri ettaka eryange nga sikugambye nojja n'oŋŋamba eno ettaka lyange zalina land title kati nze kubabiri ani aba omutuufu nanyini ettaka
anti olaba ono alina land title
yaba omutuufu
omanyi lwaki kubanga kati oyinza tunata title bw'abanga tiyagifuna mu bukyamu not acquired fraudulent nga ye yagenda kubanga gogambye bajjajjaabo kati naye nga waliwo nanyini ttaka wajja nga wakibanja abeerawo nanyini ttaka nga waali kati ye nakola ki n'abatuukirira abafamire eri nagamba tujja baprocesingira ekyapa betumala kubawa ekyapa naffe ojja kukola ki ojja kutuwako share yaffe kati gwe nabo baba kulicognizinga ngaali ku kibanja wajja n'otuula ettaka lyali nga lya bantu bwabasanga wajja n'osinda n'olima kati oli wakibanja kati bali bannanyini ttaka abalicognised bw'amala kufuna taito ng'alina taito ye nawe ng'okimanyi ono ye landlord ono yeyampa kulimira wano olafunye ekyapa nze nkoze ne transaction ne Edgar kati Edgar alina okunyanjulira nagamba kati wano nyinako Farida nyinako bani ababeerawo ab'ekibanja balina ebibanja byabwe kati tugenda mu nteesaganya nze naawe kati ekyapa weekiri funye ekyapa kati tukoze tutya kubanga olina okundicognizinga kubanga kati ndi landlord wo naye kati eri waliwo nga gamba ettaka lyange nze ngenda kukolesa nga bwe njagala naye kati mulimu enkyukakyuka eze kati mulina okuyingira mu nteesaganya mutunge compensation oba weegule kyapa weekiri gwe weesaleko gamba eno portion yange nange kanjikolera ekyapa kyange simanyi oba kivudde bulungi
ngendeko mu comments katono nnyo naye mu kulaba okwange teri nnyo bibuuzo omwami nansamba matovu agamba hi Eliakim good law here my land friend in Biona Martin agamba it's really great thank you the alternative for bringing us counsel Basima N Remy agamba watching live this is so insightful thanks counsel Tumusime Kato you watching live from Mbarara thank you for watching in Biona Innocent you watching live from Boston Jeremiah Muchibi watching abantu bonna babaddeko tebalina bibuuzo I think ebibuuzo byabwe tubikonya byonna tubitayiza left right and center
Council, nga tumaliriza ntwagala soke otwe your last remarks. Ate mwezo last remarks twagala otwe what you like to do in your free time, some of your hobbies and yeah, something that is unique about you that people don't know about you.
So wanting me to expose my true identity.
But you can just throw a sneak peek, an insight in your life that people don't know.
I think one, I want to first appreciate the alternative digital talk, real issues, real talks. Thank you so much, and it's for real because you're touching on real issues, and I'm really inspired, and I've liked it more. Thank you so much for hosting me, and I wish you all the best. Now, something that people don't know about me, I think I'm very ambitious. Yeah, it's good and bad because you really want, because you want to do things, and also it helps because you not just sit and look back and things are just happening. You have to work, and I believe that whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve. So you have to dream big.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what are some of your hobbies, Council?
Yeah, now hobbies. I think we need to arrange a cup of coffee and we discuss my hobbies and. Yeah, so I'm married with 2 children. My wife is called Christine Businje Atumanya.
Good morning, Christine.
Yeah,
Thank you for driving our guest today.
Yeah. So she sends you greetings. My hobbies, we shall talk about them.
Off air.
Off air.
Okay. So Farida, and let me give you the honor of exiting the show today for us.
What when the hobbies though?
The good thing we are going to arrange a couple
of
telling you my hobbies too. It has been a 2-hour show. Thank you very much. Facebook. The same show is going to be on YouTube. So live genda on our YouTube channel. We are the Alternative Uganda. Munanga ate nawe oja kubanga ate oyiga kubanga olwalero tubadde tusoma oyigemuko ebitonotono byobadde tomanyi. Comments zo ku YouTube zitekewo tujja kubanga ate ofuna okuddibwamu. Wano sisukawo Farida Bikobere is my name. Mukoze ne Edgar Mathew Karuhanga. Omwami mukose Arnold Anthony yatudde mu control room ate Elizabeth Msitwa yali ku kamera y'olunaku olwalero. Jeremiah Muchibi atuvuze. Thank you for being a so bad driver. Nobeera ate ogoberera amateeka g'ekkubo. Banange tulabagane olunaku olw'enkyanga tulina omulangira na Kibinga ekimugwe twogera ku nsonga ate ezaawukanako okuza olwaleero naye nga byonna biba bikwatagana ku muntu naddala w'omunnayuganda. See you tomorrow.
Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Ugandans, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dewa Kiki, the Deputy Defense Spokesperson and actually the Deputy Spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces. I was hosted on Alternative Dig Talk. I encourage all Ugandans that this is the way to go. Always watch, participate, give your views and ask questions on Alternative Dig Talk. Dig Talk, the way to go.